Hello, this is James from Matt's Films. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at another vintage lens, the 400mm Paragon f6.3. What the fuck? Come on. I've talked about vintage lenses before on this channel, and I will continue to because they are something special. So like most of us videographers out there and photographers, we have lenses in our collections that are the more popular focal lengths, such as the 50mm, the 35mm. As part of my vintage collection, I have a 28mm, so from the wider spectrum of focal lengths all the way up to 135mm. Because I'm an addict, because I love vintage lenses, and because I don't own one, I decided to search for a telephoto extreme long focal length lens of the vintage variety, and I come across quite a few different kinds of lenses. As I'm still navigating around what brands, manufacturers of vintage lenses are best and produce the best quality, I see some Soligor lenses. This is a Soligor lens now, which I'm shooting this video. It's a 28mm f2.8. Really nice optics. So I was tempted to go for that, but then I seen a Paragon lens, 400mm f6.3, which is this, and a little bit cheaper. And I thought I'll just buy it, and if it's shit, well then it's shit. And it's not that much money down the drain. So the lens is a non-mirror telephoto lens. It has an M42 mount. It's quite a cool mount. It's a screw-in mount. It feels more secure once it's attached to the adapters. This has been adapted to EF. All my lenses are Canon mount now, which just makes things a bit easier. The filter thread is 72mm, so decent sized filter thread. Comes with a collar, as to be expected with these telephoto lenses because they're so big and long. Surprisingly not that heavy, but it comes with a collar, obviously, to mount to a tripod. And just a little tip here, when using telephoto, a lot of us know this already, because it's extremely telephoto, every little kind of movement is magnified by 1,000. Just make sure whatever you're shooting on is clamped to a heavy tripod. So the focus ring, tube, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it was nice to handle. It had a nice bit of resistance, felt quite smooth, so focusing was quite nice on this lens. Optics weren't the sharpest, but they were good, they were decent. f6.3 obviously would be softer than as you go further up to f8 and so on and so forth, but wide open, pretty good. Contrast was okay too. It didn't look too washed out in the edit, and I didn't feel like I needed to boost contrast too much when color grading the footage. If you're interested in a long reach telephoto lens, then look in the vintage variety. There's plenty out there. The one good thing about vintage lenses is it gives you an opportunity without costing the earth to explore different focal lengths. So you could perhaps buy a 400mm Paragon lens like this for 20 odd quid, 30 quid, and if you like that focal length, if it becomes a regular lens which you use, perhaps you're a wildlife photographer or sports photographer, although this would be fucking shit for sports photography because there's no AF. So, but anyway, you could try the focal length out, and if you like it, then you can invest in a more modern, more expensive version of that focal length. So it's a good way of exploring focal lengths without breaking the bank. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe if you found this useful. If you like watching these videos, we churn them out every week. Tech reviews, film reviews, vlogs, you name it, we do it. And if you like it, then hit that thumbs up. If you want to stay tuned for more, then hit notification bell. And any comments, any responses, you want to praise us for being the best thing you've ever fucking seen, or diss us for being the worst thing you've ever seen, then feel free to leave those comments down below. Okay, that's me done for today. Until next week, goodbye. I'm talking shit.